My wife knows how to work a red carpet. I'll say that. Yeah, she might be the Beyonce of red carpets. So, yeah, she's definitely. I mean, like she's turned that into an athletic event. I see what goes into that, real science. You guys see the finished product. I see a totally destroyed closet, bedroom, and kitchen by the time she walks out the door. So yeah, you're like, I don't even know how shoes got in the freezer. So I'm a present, hyper-present, and attentive father. I communicate well with my kids. I really try to foster empathy in my children and have them understand the concept and use it practically in the world, because I think empathy should be taught in schools. Teach my own kids, which is that, like, when somebody's lashing out, generally speaking, that person has been hurt as well. And it helps my kids at least make some sense of it. It's not the kind of, that's not the kind of nugget that was shared with me when I was a kid. I wish it was, but at least at this stage of the game, I can help my own kids with
scenes in there. How is that? How is it to act against a child actor?
Yeah, I wasn't a parent. When we shot this film, it was 2 years ago. I wasn't, my daughter wasn't even a blink in my eye yet. So, I can fake empathy pretty well. I can pretend that I like that kid. But honestly, showbiz kids are monsters.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Ryan Reynolds is finally getting some consequences for his behavior. Consequences that have been overdue to him. Because for years, Ryan has been unscrupulous in his business practices, in how he bullies people through his comedic Easter eggs that he drops in his films, and how he makes people feel like they can't speak out against him, silences them. And then his wife, following suit, uses threats to get a whole damn movie so that Ryan's production company can steal a film. Ryan Reynolds, who, when his wife was in the middle of this huge lawsuit claiming that she had been SH'd at the workplace, the same guy that decided to make a joke about it on Saturday Night Live in front of 15 million viewers, that guy has finally gotten a consequence. And it's a quiet consequence. And it's something that I haven't heard anyone talking about. And maybe it's because it was not widely reported, but I'm about to open that all up, because Ryan Reynolds has officially been kicked out of TV. He's been canceled, officially removed from Fubo, a streaming platform where his channel, Maximum Effort channel, has been quietly removed from the platform, with no comment from Fubo and no comment from Maximum Effort. And this is a big deal, because this was a lucrative option for him and a way to have his own network. And now Fubo has removed that option. During the same month that Ryan Reynolds is accused by Justin Baldoni of summonsing Baldoni to his penthouse, where Ryan screamed at him for allegedly asking a personal trainer about Blake Lively's weight and accusing Baldoni of fat shaming his wife, which Baldoni denied and has indicated in his amended complaint was the result of him needing to strengthen his back due to a history of bulging discs and back problems and chronic pain. While he was fighting with Baldoni and viewing Baldoni as a possible threat to his career and to his love life, he was very publicly making steps in the world of becoming a entrepreneur and a communication and media mogul. Much like Oprah with her channel OWN, Ryan Reynolds had his eyes set on his own channel. And it was in June of 2023 that he inked a deal with Fubo. And their press release said, Maximum Effort Channel, a partnership between Fubo TV, the leading sports first live TV streaming platform, and Ryan Reynolds' Maximum Effort, will go live in the US today. Maximum Effort channel is home to original and classic TV and movies, as well as some surprising content breaks made for maximum comfort. The linear channel, which has been curated by Reynolds and the Maximum Effort team as a calming antidote to the dumpster fire of our world, launches with Bedtime Stories with Ryan, airing Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our Autodesk, a leader in design and make software, has signed on as the show's official imagination sponsor. Bedtime Stories with Ryan will be designed and made using Autodesk's platform, which helps creatives and innovators, as well as architects, engineers, students, and more to make anything. A minimum of 4 more originals will debut in the coming months. The channel will also roll out non-traditional content breaks with partners like Autodesk, Betty Buzz, and Mint Mobile, designed to make every minute spent on the channel as entertaining as possible. Maximum Effort channel programming will also include licensed content such as Absolutely Fabulous, Alf, The Carol Burnett Show, Extras, 15, Kids in the Hall, Mad TV, The Office, Sports Night, and Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. That was a sitcom that he started in the 1990s. Maximum Effort channel is available to watch on Fubo as well as on Amazon Freevee, LG channels, Plex, Sling Freestream, Tubi, Vita, Vizio, Watch Free, Plus, and Zumo Play. Ryan said this after the announcement. I never dreamt I would be able to channel my inner Brandon Tartikoff into an actual TV channel, so we at Maximum Effort want to make the most of this. We believe Fubo occupies the perfect sweet spot between streaming and cable, so we're very grateful for the partnership with Fubo. The Maximum Effort channel will try to open the Overton window when it comes to both programming and advertising, but do it in the most gentle, entertaining way possible. We are so proud to launch the Maximum Effort channel with our partners Ryan Reynolds and Maximum Effort. Together, we intend to deliver to consumers and advertisers a truly unique content experience that captures Ryan's vision of joyful entertainment that is broadly distributed. I want to congratulate all of the teams at Maximum Effort and Fubo, led by Pamela Duckworth and Fubo Studios, who have successfully brought the Maximum Effort channel to life. Maximum Effort channel is part of a multi-year partnership with Fubo and Maximum Effort that includes exclusive first looks for unscripted TV series as well as a blind scripted deal. Maximum Effort Productions, a production company co-founded by Ryan Reynolds and George Dewey in 2018, has been granted creative control over the channel's content. Since launching, Reynolds' banner has been an impressive creative track record which includes Deadpool movies, Free Guy, The Adam Project, and unscripted show Welcome to Wrexham. This deal was included a $10 million shares first look contract. So when they inked the deal, Fubo gave Maximum Effort $10 million in shares to Fubo, and then they get to a certain percentage of the content that they make on the show. What I think is very interesting about this is that the partners that are advertising on Ryan's network are his own brands. If you couldn't make this any more narcissistic, Ryan is doing a network of stuff that he likes, shows that he wants to watch, creating content that he thinks everyone's going to want to watch, putting on shows that were canceled like Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza because he was on the show, and then using partners that he has a stake in to advertise to fund the channel. It's like a vanity project where Ryan believed that apparently everyone wanted to tune in to be like Ryan. Now, maybe that's true. Maybe that's what people wanted to watch. I did find this clip from Bedtime Stories with Ryan.
Tonight's story is about someone who leaves his little dungeon. I heard people who are good. How far will I go?
Penguins are asleep. Are you? Oh, well, we'll see about that.
That was for the October 2024 episode for Halloween, and I just kept thinking he crawled out of a dungeon, and all I could think about was that he put Justin Baldoni in the basement, and then he said that he hurts people. Ryan says that he hurts people. How far will he go? And I'm like, dude, you sound really unhinged. But this was for a show. But we also know that he drops Easter eggs into the world of pop culture references, and he uses his humor to be like indirectly shady towards people he's mad at. But it's not really, I guess, a wonder that this show didn't really take off or do well. The premise of this show was that he would read classic and new bedtime stories to soothe your mind and relax you, because everyone wants to hear Ryan Reynolds read books. So they had a game show they also put it on. They put Elf on this network. But despite the fact that this was announced as a multi-year contract and an opportunity to expand programming on Fubo and this wonderful announcement, Fubo quietly shut down the Maximum Effort channel on January 17th, 2025. This was after Ryan Reynolds was sued by Justin Baldoni for extortion related to the hijacking of a film. And Ryan's bullying and harassment of another studio became public in an amended complaint. And the desk.net is the only outlet that covered this. It says Fubu and the comedian Ryan Reynolds have given up on the Maximum Effort channel less than 2 years after the free ad-supported streaming television network launched, the desk has learned. The channel is no longer available on a handful of third-party platforms, including Plex, LG Channels, Xumo Play, and Amazon's Freevee, after technology provider Whirl pulled the plug on the network earlier this week. A website that promoted the channel and its availability went offline on Tuesday. On Dish Network's FAST platform, Sling Freevee, the Maximum Effort channel continues to be listed, but its programming feed has been replaced with a technical difficulties graphic. That's fast. Neither Fubu nor Maximum Effort, the Reynolds-backed company that programmed the channel, have released public statements on the closure of the channel. A customer support specialist with Fubu confirmed Maximum Effort channel is no longer on the platform, even though the company continues to advertise its availability. Now, I did check today, and on their list of their options for channels, it's no longer listed. It says launched in 2023. It was promoted as Reynolds' attempt to channel inner Brandon Tartikoff, which is what I showed you. Fittingly, one of the last original programs aired on Maximum Effort channel was Discontinued, a limited run documentary series that took a deeper dive into products and services that are no longer around or shells of their former existence. Video retail chain Blockbuster, corporate smartphone company BlackBerry, and Furby were among some of the topics covered by the show. So he even made shows about marketing. Oh my gosh. Leading up to its closure, Maximum Effort channel set aside its sitcom reruns and original shows and aired a marathon of low-budget holiday films from late November through the beginning of the new year. The channel was expected to exit the holidays by picking up on its distribution of shows like Extras, Kids in the Hall, and Mad TV, according to the TV listings. Despite much promotion at the time of its launch, the channel never gained much of an audience, according to a source at Fubu who declined to be identified. Fubu and Reynolds remain on good terms and are considering ways back to work together in the near future. A spokesperson for Maximum Effort has yet to return an email seeking comment. And an attorney representing Fubu asked the desk to stop contacting the streamer's main spokesperson with inquiries in January 2023, despite Fubu's prior complaint that the desk solicited comment for certain stories prior to publication. So after a lot of fanfare and rollout and all these articles, they pulled it on January 17th. What's wild about that is that they would have had to been able to have sponsors on that network, right? They would have needed to have people to advertise, and they would need to be able to secure advertising for them. So the fact that it's pulled during the same period that he's sued by Baldoni for extortion and breach of contract and for defamation, I don't feel like that's a coincidence. Even if this viewership was low, this is like Fubu. These are a streaming platform. It's not cable TV. I think maybe theoretically they could have continued, but I would think that this would somehow be an impact related here. So Ryan finally loses something, I guess, compare in the fallout of all of this. It's only fitting that he would lose something given the fact that Baldoni has lost nearly everything. Ryan got him dropped from WME by falsely accusing him of being a predator and telling everyone what a bad person he is after he extorted him. Ryan Reynolds once said that he is the king of deflection. He uses deflection as a maladaptive coping mechanism. Deflection is a tool that narcissists use in order to not take accountability, and it's blame shifting and finger pointing and turning things on you. So if they have done something wrong, they often will accuse people of doing those same things, even though those people haven't done anything. And just to give you some insight into this unsafe work environment, one accusation that I saw that Dana had found a couple days ago, but I looked into it more deeply, revolving around the Deadpool 2 set when a stunt woman got into an accident on a motorcycle and ended up passing away on set due to the accident. And the production company was cited for an unsafe work environment and not having proper safety protocols and using a vehicle that wasn't meant to be used in the way that it was. And basically, their lack of safety caused her death. This woman was 40 years old. She was trained on motorcycles. She was a professional. And at first, when she passed away, 20th Century Fox was trying to act like it wasn't their fault. They pushed against the family when the family went against them for a lawsuit. They pushed against the official report by the official government report done in British Columbia in Vancouver and said that they disagreed with the lack of safety protocols and that they were liable for this. Ryan's unsafe set on Deadpool 2, a film that he was the screenwriter on, the PGA producer, and his production company, Maximum Effort, is listed as one of the production companies. Their lack of workplace safety caused a woman's death. The Work Safe BC report, that was 37 pages long, found that a lack of safety protocols and equipment contributed to her death and to the accident. On the final page of their 37-page report, which was released in 2017, they were found liable of these violations: failure to ensure the health and safety of all workers by failing to identify the hazards and assess and control the risks of the work activity and failing to provide adequate supervision; failure to ensure the health and safety of the operator by failing to provide adequate supervision with respect to the work activity; failure to provide the operator with a new worker orientation; and instructing the operator not to wear safety headgear while operating the motorcycle. So after all of this was said and done, they were found liable and they had to pay $300,000 for the violation to WorkSafe BC. They settled with the family of the woman after years of fighting this and claiming that they had no liability and calling the 37-page report on the accident false and claiming they had all of their protocols and they did everything right. They were found liable and they got, I don't know how much money. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed. But somehow Ryan was not, his name just stayed out of the fray, even though Deadpool 2 was his movie. I mean, that's the movie that he's the screenwriter for. That's the movie he claims is his. It's his franchise. And so, this could be a huge factor as to why there are a lot of people in Hollywood that might not want to work with him. He caused a major studio, 20th Century Fox. He was involved in a huge catastrophic accident that resulted in a woman's death. He wasn't there when it happened, but it was his set. He's the PGA of this production. His production company is listed as one of the production companies. The franchise of Deadpool is his, but yet he skated any responsibility here, and it was all put on Columbia 20th Century Fox, which it shouldn't have been. I feel like it should have gone always. I mean, if he's going to be supposedly the man that cares about workplace safety and cares about the people on his set, you would have thought that he would have gotten more liability here. Regardless, it's fitting that to deflect and project that he would try to make it seem like, Mr. Baldoni is somehow some sort of sexual predator. Like, dude, Ryan, your complete lack of safety and telling someone not to wear a helmet, your team's choices caused her to die. There's a lot that has been covered up when it comes to Ryan when you really start digging into his world. And so it's shocking to me that there has been such limited fallout. We're now seeing one fallout with this deal with Fubo going away, what appears to have been a vanity network, but he's kind of insulated himself in a way because everything that he does now is with his own production company, Maximum Effort. He takes on all of his own projects. And then when he gets a network of his own, he uses his own brands to be the advertisers. He's almost trying to create like a communication and media monopoly, which is illegal. Ryan's narcissism clearly has been flying under the radar and has been covered up. And now that this is happening, sometimes all it takes is like one person to stand up to someone, and then you get like a tidal wave of other people feeling comfortable. It's what we saw with R. Kelly, with Diddy, and I'm not saying that Ryan is an R. Kelly or a Diddy. I'm just saying when someone's powerful and you're able to use their power and their money to keep you silent and intimidate you and threaten you, it becomes uncomfortable and scary for people to speak out. But once the floodgates open, sometimes it's in a place where other people will come into that place and feel safe. And so what I have noticed more than anything is that if Baldoni was the person that they say he was, there would be other people coming out. There would be. And like his attorneys said, Baldoni's attorneys have said, they don't have any other witnesses that are willing to be a part of this. And it's not because of threats and it's not because of danger. It's because there's nothing there. It's not saying that Baldoni is perfect, but he doesn't have a list of people out there that he has victimized. But Ryan has left a lasting mark on people. In fact, Matthew Lawrence, he claims that Ryan Reynolds would get upset with film producers and whenever they would criticize him on a 2000 film that they made. And
walk out, didn't really, just wanted to kind of do his thing. And the producers were getting really upset because they said, and they even told him, like, Ryan, this is a bad Jim Carrey impersonation. We don't want just not what we hired you to do. We thought you can't impersonate somebody. You got to do your own thing. And he got upset at that. And he was like, I'm doing my thing. And then I was privy to a meeting between the director and this crew had come from, I think they were just nominated for an Oscar. So they were like kind of a big deal at that moment. I'll never forget being privy to this movie going, I can't believe this guy. We had so much hope for this guy. He's going nowhere. But they blamed that movie not working on him because they said there was this whole conflict.
Right.
That's what he was trying to do to the script on set. And so there was this major pull between one of the lead actors.
He was Van Wildering it.
Who was Van Wildering
everything.
This movie that
he even said Van Wilder in a superhero costume is Deadpool. I mean, that's what it is.
So that is where that is where my experience with Ryan Reynolds. Now he obviously matured as a human being, and but he was doing the same thing. That's always been his shtick, his thing.
Yeah.
So to me, the fact that he was a young actor then back in the 90s and early 2000s and still not super successful, and he was acting like he could control a set and control his performance and control his lines, and he still does it today. He wasn't famous enough to do it then, but he did it, and he just keeps doing it. And because he keeps getting away with it and there's no accountability for it, and somehow he's able to be given passes because some of the movies that he has made have made a ton of money. He is someone who is so, in my opinion, deeply insecure that he doesn't want any of us to see who he is, who he really is. And so he wears a mask, and his mask is Deadpool or his mask is this fake, self-deprecating, joking humility, when the truth is Ryan believes he is a marketing genius, that nobody does it better than, that he is this great guy that's so relatable and everyone loves him. So, on the one hand, he's making fun of himself and self deprecating, but then on the other hand, he's building a brand where he says that he's a genius and he's building channels are around what he wants and what he wants to watch. And he has characters that he puts himself into and then morphs and takes on their personality. Being an actor would be a challenging job. I wouldn't want to have to deal with going into and pretending to be something else and playing somebody else. But for some, it's incredibly rewarding. But also in this industry, if you get to the level that he is, you don't get there because you're always the most talented. Oftentimes, it's because you're the most ruthless, you're the most narcissistic, you're the most willing to bend the rules, not play by the rules. You're the most willing to take unethical or immoral paths to get there. And he's a man that for a long time was surrounded by Harvey Weinstein, who's in prison at this point in his life, someone that he had a relationship with. His publicist was repping Harvey. Like, he was surrounded by men that were unethical, and he probably learned something from some of these guys. But Ryan does at some point deserve a level of accountability here. And it's nice to see, at least quietly, he's getting some kind of consequence for his behavior. The problem with Hollywood is that people like Ryan are all around and money is all that they care about. And so everyone just stays quiet and they keep their mouth shut because they don't want to get blacklisted or not hired. People like Ryan can basically dictate if you ever have a job in Hollywood again. We're seeing what he did to Baldoni. He's trying to make everyone think that Baldoni is a sexual predator. And I want to end this simply by saying I've had a number of people in my comments that know Justin personally. I see you. I've tried to respond to as many of you as possible. If you want to talk and reach out to me, you can contact me at tips@withoutacrystalball.com. You can also check me out on Instagram at withoutacrystalball.com at withoutacrystalball and send me a message. But there are people in my comments in almost every one of these videos of people that know Justin. And these are people that have said, the Justin that I know is a super nice guy, super genuine. This would never be something that he would do. He's very equal with people about equality, about justice, about fairness. He's very sensitive to everybody and their feelings, and he wants to keep everyone happy. He's, in a way, almost like a people pleaser, and that can definitely get taken advantage of. And yes, he's not everyone's cup of tea, and some people find him annoying and they don't like his wokeness or whatever that is. But the people in my comments, they that know him, they say that he's a really good guy and this is not him. So if there's all these people coming out to defend him and his friends are in my comments like saying, yes, this is, thank you for standing up for Justin. Like, I'm just going to say, I've been on the receiving end of a smear campaign and it's hell. And if people are willing to stand up for the guy that's getting stomped on and fight against those that are powerful, this kind of behavior doesn't go on anymore. So everyone that's standing up for Justin and standing up for truth should be commended, quite honestly. And all the content creators and everyone sticking their neck out and his friends that are speaking up, you guys are amazing. Because Ryan deserves consequences, and this kind of behavior doesn't deserve a place in Hollywood. And Blake also is equally as bad here, but I still believe after all of that I'm looking at here, he's the puppeteer. He's the mastermind of this. He really should be the focus of this takedown, but that's just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Are you surprised to learn that he lost, tens of millions of dollars on this deal with Fubo? Do you think they will work out something? Do you think do you think he'll have other companies pull from him? Do you think he'll lose other opportunities? Do you think fewer production companies will work with him? What do you think will be the fallout for them? Tell me in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed and click the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.